Hi, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. I have another good book to share with you all today. This book is called All the Way to the Ocean. And this is a special book. This book is very special because this book was printed with vegetable-based ink right here in the USA. And it's also on FSC certified paper. And it has a couple main characters here. Here's Isaac and here's James. Let's listen to their story. All the Way to the Ocean by Joel Harper, and it was illustrated by Mark Justa. Every day, Isaac and his best friend James ride their skateboards home from school. "Should we hang out at your house or mine?" asked Isaac. "Let's go to my house. My mom went shopping and bought us lots of good food," said James. "Want a piece of candy?" "Sure," said James. "Hey, what are you doing?" asked Isaac. "Did you just drop your wrapper into the storm drain?" "Yeah, what's the big deal?" said James. "It's a big deal because these drains go all the way to the ocean, just like the sign says." See the sign? Uh-oh, James littered into the storm drain, didn't he? "What do you think happens when our trash ends up in the ocean?" asked Isaac. "I don't know what," asked James. "The plants and animals get really sick. That's what." "Look at all that trash that's already in there," cried Isaac. "Plastic bags, cigarette butts, broken glass, bottle caps, plastic soda can holders, and now your candy wrapper. There's even an old shoe down there. And guess what? As soon as it rains, all that trash washes down to the ocean." "How do you know?" said James. "'Cause I read about it in National Geographic Kids." "Are you sure that stuff goes all the way to the ocean?" asked James. "I'm positive," said Isaac. "Let's ask my mom when we get home. She's super smart." "She's not smarter than National Geographic," said Isaac. "Yes, she is," insisted James. Look. Now what's James doing? He's putting the trash where it goes, isn't he? As they ride their skateboards on. He put it in the garbage can this time, huh? "Hey, Mom, do storm drains around town go all the way to the ocean?" asked James. "They sure do," she replied. "I told you," said Isaac. "Why do you ask, honey?" Isaac jumped in and said, "Because James threw trash in the storm drain on the way home from school. He didn't know that they drain all the way to the ocean." "Isaac is right about the storm drains," said James's mother. "Just think about all the harmful things that could happen when our trash ends up in the ocean." All kinds of marine life are getting sick, and their homes are becoming polluted. Sometimes they get stuck in our garbage. "Do all storm drains go to the ocean?" asked James. "Yes, they do," said his mother. "That's why it's important to remember not to throw trash on the ground, because when it rains, harmful pollutants like foam cups, fast food wrappers, motor oil, and even pet waste wash into storm drains and run down to lakes, rivers, and empty into the ocean." I saw someone reach out of their car and dump an entire ashtray full of cigarette butts into the gutter by school one day," said James. "I bet a lot of them ended up going into the ocean." "You're right, Isaac," said James's mother. "Fish and birds often mistake cigarette butts and many other kinds of garbage for food. And when they eat them, they get sick." Sometimes sea turtles will eat plastic bags, thinking they're jellyfish. Jellyfish make a great lunch for a sea turtle, but plastic bags don't. "Mom, can our drinking water get polluted too?" asked James. "Yes, it sure can, James. Runoff from storm drains can harm drinking water and affect recreational areas. Sometimes beaches have to be closed because the water is too dirty to swim in." "Yeah, I know," said Isaac. "My brother was mad last weekend because he couldn't go surfing at his favorite spot. He said the beach was closed because of pollution." Pollution sure causes a lot of problems. Why do people litter so much? That's a good question, Isaac. Maybe some people aren't aware of the harmful effects pollution has on the environment. Or maybe they think the ocean is so big it has room for our trash. Sadly, that's not true. The ocean has more life in it than any other ecosystem on Earth. And we need to take better care of it, said James's mother. "Hey, Isaac, you know all those gutters by school?" asked James. "Yeah," said Isaac. "I always see trash in them. Let's ask our teacher if our class can pick up the trash around the school so it doesn't end up in the storm drains," said James. "Good idea. Maybe the whole school can pitch in. There's a lot of trash." Look at that. James and Isaac's teacher thought a schoolyard cleanup was a great idea. Look at all the students working together to clean up. Isn't that awesome? After their classmates learned about storm drain pollution, they wanted to help clean up their environment. Many of the students even picked up garbage around their own neighborhoods. What are some of the things your friends and family can do in your community to help prevent storm drain pollution and other water pollution? The end. That was a good book, huh? I hope you all like that one. And even though we don't have an ocean nearby to us, some of us might get to visit a beach sometimes, and it's important to remember that all waters eventually do drain to the ocean. And we have some very important waters around here in Cott County, too. We're very lucky to have 3 big rivers in Cott County. And all our big rivers empty out into Douglas Lake, which is an awesome, fun place to go swimming and fishing and boating and playing in the water. And unfortunately, there's a lot of litter and different kinds of pollution that end up, whether it's from our creeks and rivers or littered on the ground and gets washed down, or sometimes people just dump things on purpose and it ends up in our beautiful waterways and eventually drains down most of it to Douglas Lake. So I hope you all enjoyed that story. I hope you like Isaac and James and their tale of things going all the way to the ocean. And just try to remember to make sure, whether we're talking about littering trash on the ground or dumping things out on the ground that don't belong, that we're doing everything that we can to keep our earth and our water very clean, okay? All right, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll be back again soon to share another story with you. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening.